Life is always going to be challenging. That's never going to change. But while I still have the opportunity to be here, why not try to make my life a more beautiful and positive one? Hey guys, it's Paige. Welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, it's Paige. Welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I am very dedicated to keeping things super transparent on this channel, so let's get into it. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Paige, and I'm an American who moved abroad to London 4 years ago to begin creating the life of my dreams. My adult years have had many highs and lows. I have had so many beautiful life experiences thus far. I've seen and done so many things, met so many amazing people. I have a pretty great life. I am so blessed, and I know it. But like anyone else, I also have my struggles. I've had months and months where I just felt like I was in a complete funk and didn't know how to get out of it. I'm sure I've mentioned in a previous video that 2022, last year, was a tough one for me. It was a tough one for your girl. I kind of just felt like I was getting hit with a lot of different life challenges all at once, and it was getting me really down. I wasn't my best. But towards the end of the year, I think I just finally had a realization, and I knew that I could not go on like that any longer. I knew that I wanted to bring light and joy back into my life. And then I found out that I lost one of my Hampton University classmates at the beginning of November. And it really just rocked my world, y'all, if I'm being completely honest. And he was someone who loved to travel and see the world. We actually talked back and forth at one point on Instagram about him visiting London. And then for him to lose his life while traveling, it was just heavy. And it just reminded me how precious life is. How we're all just here on borrowed time, you know? And it made me really start thinking about the way that I was spending my 24 hours each day. How I was living my life. How I was simply existing rather than living. Life is always going to be challenging. That's never going to change. But while I still have the opportunity to be here, why not try to make my life a more beautiful and positive one?
So I want to share with you all 5 things that I've done, or I'm still doing,
to finally stop wallowing in my misery and get back to creating the life of my dreams. So the first thing that I did was change my mindset. And I know a lot of you are probably like, okay, yeah, that's way easier said than done. And I know, but I really did just begin making a conscious effort each day to like rewire my thoughts. If you're one of my friends, then you know that I have been calling this my delusional year, my lucky girl year. I'm still loving the lucky girl syndrome trend that's going on TikTok right now. And I just kept telling myself, even at the beginning when I wasn't really believing it, everything is going to work out for me. Everything is working for my good. I decided that I was going to believe in myself more than anyone, even when it felt like the odds were against me. Our minds are just so powerful, and it's where the shift must begin. Next, I started journaling again. So I used to be someone who journaled regularly, and I've spoken about it on this channel before. It was something that I love doing. I write in a digital journal on the Evernote app, and I have a notebook on there called Letters to God. And since around 2017, I have been journaling and just typing letters to God, you know? But over the last year or two, I just completely fell off from writing in my journal. And for a while I didn't really know what it was, but now I just think like my body, my mind was resisting it. Was resisting me writing out how I felt, because then that meant that I really had to face it, if that makes sense. I was really gonna have to acknowledge and sit in it, and I just don't think I was ready to at the time. But recently I just had to remind myself how much journaling really has helped me in the past. How much it's helped me to clear my head, to sort through my thoughts. So once I started working on my mindset, I finally felt ready to start it up again and just let it all out. So I've made it a goal for myself that I am going to be journaling again at least every single month. I also have something called a thankful list that I started doing a few years ago that I also stopped for a while. But it's just a list that I add to whenever something happens and I'm just like, yeah, that was God. Thank you, God, you know? So I called it my thankful list, and it could be, you know, something very small, as in like, I thought I was gonna miss the train, but I made it. So I also want to start adding to that again. And just continuing to be thankful for all God's blessings, big or small. Next is more joyful movement. I think most of us know by now that exercise is not only good for our bodies, but it is so good for our minds, so good for our mental health. When I was at my low points, I really did not have much of a desire to get up and move my body, even though it was something that I used to love to do. And it honestly was only making things worse. So I got my butt back up, y'all. I'm so proud of myself. I got my butt back up. I actually decided to challenge myself to a 30-day walking challenge because I love walking so much. And London has made me love walking even more because I don't drive here. But I decided to challenge myself to walk 5 miles every single day for 30 days straight. And it wasn't super easy, but I completed it. I actually did 32 days. And I was so dedicated, and I'm really happy that I was able to complete it because I felt good just getting out there and moving my body. And that's why I think that it's so important for everyone to try and find their own version of joyful movement. What ways can you move your body that makes you feel joy, that makes you feel good? Is it dancing? Is it roller skating? Is it walking like me? Exercise releases those feel-good chemicals in your brain, and I just think it's so necessary. It's so necessary. Next, y'all, I started muting, unfollowing, blocking accounts that did not make me feel good. I stopped checking up on people on social media who are no longer in my life for a certain reason. This could be a whole video in itself, and I actually think it will be one day, but this was so important as well. And this is just being real. Like, if you have a person or like a social media influencer or someone who you feel like you're always comparing yourself to and it makes you feel bad about yourself or like you're not enough, like, take a break from that. Take a break from that person, honestly. You don't even necessarily have to unfollow them. I mean, the mute button is a great feature because sometimes you just need a break. There's even like a such thing as toxic positivity. Like when you aren't feeling great and someone's always like, yes, yes, life's amazing, everything's great, my life is perfect, oh my gosh. It can be a lot, you know? Sometimes you just need to shut everything else out to focus on your own self. And take it from me, please stop checking in on people who are no longer in your life. Everyone online is pretty much there to share their highlight reel, okay? Everybody's gonna look like they're having the time of their lives. Everyone's gonna look like they're the best they've ever been. But you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, just like nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes with you unless you tell them. So stop comparing your life to other people's highlight reels, okay? I'm talking to y'all and myself. And last but not least, y'all, I went to therapy. I did virtual therapy twice in 2022. First time body image therapy, and then just like a general therapy. If therapy wasn't so expensive, I would still be doing it right now because I think I could definitely still use it. I feel like we could all use it, you know? And though it isn't a magic fix, it just helps so much to speak and vent to like a non-biased party. Someone who has the skills to properly advise you and help guide you in the right direction. I definitely hope to start working with my therapist again soon. And that's my list, y'all. You could have the most talent and potential in the world, y'all, but that your mental could really sabotage you. So we have to be intentional every single day to live our best lives. And that's definitely what I am dedicated to doing this year. And that just reminded me, if you're not following me on TikTok yet, please go follow me because I actually just started a new series on there called 100 Days of Living More Intentionally. I'm really excited for this series, this journey, and I think it's gonna keep me motivated and on the right track. As always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one.